So I don't know if anybody's watching, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started because I got a lot to go through. So I got mail from Dee Willingham, so I'm gonna open that first to show you guys. What I'm doing tonight is I'm going through my seeds and trying figure out what to do, what I'm gonna plant come spring, and what I'm gonna start preparing seed trays for. Starting in probably starting in February, I'll set up a couple of tables in the basement, the grow mat up under it. Right now I'm printing some or you can make your own like little seed packing envelopes, and I'm printing some of those off, so I'm gonna have to cut them out and okay, so these are from Dee Dee for contributing to her channel, and I really like that one. So this is one of her prints. Let me turn it this way. You guys can see it, hopefully. But you can see like all these little faces down in this one, and the waterfall down here. It's really cool. And this is the bug print. It's folded in half because it's so big. I think it's on 11 by 17 or bigger, but there's a bug print. It's a glare because I got my light on so I can see, because some of these seeds are tiny. So thank you, Dee Dee. Appreciate it. Let me put it back in this protective sleeve. So when I went down to North Carolina week before last, went to see my dad and stuff, and since I'm determined I'm gonna be gardening this year, I asked my brother and sister if they knew where his seeds were, because I have some of his seeds, but I figured, nobody else gardens except for me, pretty much. So I got his seeds, and now they may or may not be viable anymore because there wasn't any power to the fridge in his garage, but they're sealed tight, so they may germinate, they may not. I hope they germinate, because if they do, I'm gonna save 2 plants for seed, just so I can keep these strains of collards and peas, and I don't know if he had his cabbage collards in there. Whatever seeds that I can get to germinate, I'm gonna let them go to seed so that I can keep those strains going. My dad's been collecting the seeds from off of these long before I was born. And I'm 50 now, so these are some old strains, and I'm praying that they germinate. I want to get them repackaged and labeled, and so they can go into the fridge, and they'll stay there until I start doing some germination tests and stuff. Probably start doing some germination tests in February with his seeds. So I have some seeds that I have from him. For those of you who don't know my dad, he has dementia, Alzheimer's. He's bedridden now. He's on a DNR, which is a do not resuscitate order. And you know, I lost my mom. I was going on 2 years, be 2 years in April. And so this is a hard time of the year as it's the holiday season, but I'm gonna do the best I can. And so I wanted to go through all my seeds and try to get them um in packets. And I should have just used, but I don't have any of this paper in 8x10 size. The hey Ash, I finished the hats for you. Um, I'll probably try to meet up with you tomorrow or something, and meet up with Laura so I can give her yarn and give you the hats. So right now I'm trying to. I should have used. Shoot, I should have used. What's that paper called? The craft paper. I got craft paper. That's what I should have used. Let's see. But it's a roll. It's not the single sheets. I started to buy the single sheet craft paper because I could have ran it through the printer, but I wasn't thinking about that. I've had this roll of craft paper for months and months and months. Yeah, I would have been finished with that those fingerless gloves, but I had a baby for most of the afternoon. Y'all gonna hear some crinkling, so deal with it. I am. I left my trash can downstairs. Whatever. All right. So we can figure something out here. We're all beautiful, intelligent people. We can figure this out. I'm almost finished with those fingerless gloves. I'm working on the ribbing for the last glove, the top ribbing now. And then I just gotta put do the thumbs, and then they'll be done. So see, that's what I'm talking about. Like I knocked those out in basically less than a week of just working on it here and there. But yet and still I could do the same thing for socks, but I don't know. I just don't get it. It's basically the same principle. All right, so we got craft paper. So I can figure something else out with the craft paper. Probably gonna have to use glue. Yeah. So that'll be better for putting the seeds in than regular regular printer paper. So these are some collard seeds from my dad, and he didn't say what kind, but he always grew, either he grew a Bates collard or he grew Georgia collards. And like I said, he's been collecting his own seeds since forever. So these are some old strains of those collards. I won't know until they seed and grow. And so these are probably Bates because it says cabbage collards. Or it could be the yellow head and collards. I won't know. And this one I only have a few seeds left in this pack. It's real bright, huh? There's not that many seeds left in this pack. So this is one of my endangered species packs that I'm going to be praying that I can get as many of these germinate as possible so that I can let them go to seed. Let 2 or 3 of them go to seed, because if you let 1 or 2 collard or cabbage plants go to seed, you can get thousands of seeds from those 1 or 2 plants. So this is one of my, really got to try to get this one. Pray that this one germinates. And I can't label them until I know what they are. So these are some maca seeds. That doesn't go there. All right, so these are labeled. These are his purple top turnip seeds. And these, there's a nice bunch of these, so they should be fine. Once again, he actually ran these through his strainer because there's no seed chaff in there. And these are mixed. These are mustard and turnip seeds in this one. These are some red bean seeds. Those are some seeds I collected from the last year that I gardened. Now these mimosa seeds and the dill seeds are from my friend Angel at work. And he gave me pink tomatoes as well, but the squirrels got to those before they could get big enough. So I didn't get any seeds off of those tomatoes. So these can go back over there for further. Now these are from my dad when I went home. All these, and in this bag are seeds from the house when I went home. That I'm gonna be hoping that they germinate. I don't know what's in here. I hope there ain't no spiders in here, because if there's spiders in here, I'm gonna lose my mind. Here. So some of these might be, because I got some seeds for him for watermelons and stuff. So some of these might be seeds I gave him, or maybe not. Let me see what this one is. So I guess these are probably some free seeds they gave him at a hardware store or something, because it's a trial size, and it looks just like a very not variegated. What's the word? A variety of border plants. So that's actually good. Hopefully some of those will germinate. They're gonna be getting germinated in a pot. So I'll put that back in there, because we all need flowers in our gardens to help support the local bee, butterfly, and other pollinators. So we'll keep that in there. Another big plastic bag. I'm gonna put all this stuff in of his so that I can put it in the refrigerator. I make sure that it's sealed. We don't want any moisture getting in there, and it's gonna be in another bag, inside another bag, because I really don't want any moisture to get in these. So we got collard seeds. We got, this is a Hungarian sweet pepper, and I had it planted beside my nagas, and they cross-pollinated, and so it had like a little more heat to it than it should have had. For the Hungarian sweet pepper, supposed to be just a sweet pepper, so I saved the seeds from the hybrid. So I'm gonna try and get some of these this year. So and then this was my leeks. This is how long it's been since I gardened. I got these in 2015. That was the last time that I gardened. It's been 5 years. And so I have some of my leeks that I've been growing. Their seeds. And then this was my kale and Chinese kale harvest and Chinese mustard. So this is going to be a kale and Chinese mustard seeds. So they'll be growing up together in a row. All right. So I'm gonna take these out of these old pill bottles. I'm gonna put them in these little plastic baggies. Hopefully I got enough. Knit tubes and do an afterthought heel. It's just the thought that it's a sock, actually. It's just the fact that it's a sock. A sock. I don't know what these are, but it's some type of I'm hoping they're rutabagas. No, they're too big to be rutabagas. So it's probably some type of turnip. See, or it could be a collard. But with that coloring on it, it's probably a turnip. So I'll get all those out of there. And hopefully, I'm going to go ahead and seal it. Yeah, actually, I'm going to crush them first. Then I'll seal it. So way to lay flat. So when you save your collard seeds or turnip seeds or mustard seeds, you let your seed pods dry. And then you crush them. And you can see some of the seeds are starting to come out of the seed pods. And it's you can see them collected on the corner of the bag right there. These are a little bit bigger, so I'm not sure what these are, but we'll find out, won't we, if they germinate. So just keep your fingers crossed that they germinate. I don't want to crush all of them because that protects the seed. So this is unknown. Hopefully this still works. Nope, it dried out after all these years not being used. Let's see if this one works. This one works. Unknown brassica. John T. Frederick. Unknown harvest date. And I'll put up here, found in 2020 November at 287. I think that's the home address. I ain't had to use it in so long. All right, so now those can, hopefully those will germinate, and we'll find out what these is. I'm curious now. Okay, so that's one. I think I'll say these. Let me put his name on them, and I'll put seeds back in them once if I get to harvest seeds off of those. Just a nostalgia thing. So is all your cornbread gone? All my collards are gone. The cornbread's been gone. I think most of the pies are gone. The collards are gone. The turkey is gone. So these are some more iffies that were out in that refrigerator. And these are some type of bean. Maybe he got a piece of paper in there. So let's see if I can read this right and if he wrote up there what it was. Hopefully some of these beans are some good. It's sticking to the paper, so they might have had some mildew on them. It's called Mississippi peas. And he spelled Mississippi wrong. Look, I don't know if y'all can see that. He spelled it Missippie. So that's something to keep. I guess I'll put it on a scrapbook or something. But I'm trying not to make myself cry. So these are Mississippi peas. I'm gonna spell it just like he spelled it. Found November of 2020. Okay. All right, so let's see what's in this little bag. Cucumber seeds. The more likely this is it's either gonna be a long greens or a pickling cucumber, but those probably should germinate. So yeah. Well, it could be cantaloupe seeds. He used to grow a cantaloupe or two. He's been known, but they look kind of small to be cantaloupe. I'm going to put that in there. All right. I don't have enough little bags. So I'm gonna eat some of your stuffing tonight. You know, you gotta try to save it till the last. Trying to figure out what I wanna make to go with it. Okay, so that goes in there. All right. This is an old Sanko. Now he loves his instant coffee, and this is corn, and then more likely it's a sweet corn. And it's probably a white corn. It's real pale. Does he have he got a label in here? It just says 2015 corn. So this possible is the corn I gave him because it's coated in red. It might not be no good, but hey, ain't nothing to it but to try it, right? I got some corn, some sweet corn. It was the king sweet corn, something like that. And I'm gonna leave it in this little Sanko thing. It was airtight. I'm just gonna drop it in there. I don't want to lose this piece of paper with his writing on it. I'll put that right there. All right. So let's see what's in here. These look like either cantaloupe or cucumber seeds. So I'm gonna leave that in there. I gotta buy some more little pots to put this stuff in. I'm gonna be trying, instead of putting it out in the garden, try it in pots. That way, if it doesn't, the first ones don't germinate, I'll just put some more seeds down into the pot until we get some that'll germinate. All right. And I'm opening these carefully because, like I said, they were in his garage and the refrigerator is not on. These seeds are nice and dry. And I'm pretty sure these are cucumber seeds too. More likely these are pickling cucumbers, but we actually used to grow cucumbers to sell at the market. And I wouldn't put it past him that he was still going to the hardware store and just getting him a bag of seeds. He was so used to doing it. All right. So now these have some either mustard greens, rutabagas, or turnips mixed in with some squash seeds. So make sure that's sealed. Drop it in here. Another thing of either mustard greens or collards. So that's a little sample thing, so I'm just going to leave it sealed. This is empty, so whatever he had in this one is long gone. And this is one of his old prescription bottles. It actually has his name on it. So, all right, so these are some Charleston Grays. Who knows when he bought these? Hopefully they'll germinate. And these I got for him an heirloom from Baker Creek, heirloom seeds. And so it's at sale by 12/31/2015, pack for 2015. They might not germinate. See, this is a bag like you get from the hardware store. And this is some kind of peas. And they're really dried up looking. They might not germinate. They might germinate. But he likes to grow field peas and bush peas. So what it could be, we'll know once I plant them if they're a climbing variety. I'll have to string them up. This is empty. Old lottery tickets. I wonder if they won. You know, tell them how long they've been sitting in that thing. When did he buy these? Can't tell. So North Carolina first got their lottery. I'm pretty sure the statute of limitations done passed on that, even if he had one. It's cute. And let's see, we got one more bag. And these look to be like cucumbers. So let's put these in the Ziploc bag. So the main thing I'm hoping germinate are the mustard greens, the collards. Those are the main things I want to germinate from my dad's seeds, so that I can continue those strains. All right, so now it's in a Ziploc bag. I can put them in the fridge. Put this stuff back in here. Got 2 bolts in the bag. What was he doing with those? Who knows? Probably need them for something. We got 1 nut, 2 bolts. All right. All right. The bag got holes in it, so you don't need to keep them down. Okay. And just to make sure, I'm gonna put it inside of and wrap it around and tape it in to make sure it stays airtight. A clear plastic garbage bag. Okay. So that's phase one of finding out what kind of seeds I got, y'all. Let me. All right. So now it's time to figure out what I have in my tin. Separate the lights and they're not light. Popsicles. Oh. Okay. All right, so these are from the Seed Saver. So these seeds are this year's seeds, so they're good. So they can straight away go into the big bag. All right, let's try. This is this year's seeds. These are purple tree collards and yellow Carolina cabbage collards. So these are from this year, so they can go into the bag because they should be good. All right, so these are rainbow beets, this year's dinosaur kale, and rainbow carrots. So this is this year. So these are good to go. They can go into this year's bag. Hey, how you doing, Casey? This is dill, parsley, celery, and basil. So these are more herbs, so they can go in the bag. A Zoom meeting. For which group? Carrots, butter crunch lettuce, Rapunzel tomato, banana pepper, and Roma tomatoes. Oh, those are definitely going in the bag. This is from this year. So I'm just going to put that in there. Go in there. That's that little weird tree. When is it? Like what day? When I'm watching that baby, I don't be paying attention to a lot of stuff. I miss a lot of stuff. Lemongrass. Bush sage. All right. Cucumbers. Basil. Broccoli. Cabbage. Cilantro. Mammoth sunflowers. Yay. Cabbage. Squash. All right. Onions. Okra. Radish. Bates collards. No, those are it's kale. Tomatoes. I need like a big row of peppers. Get everything organized, like playing cards. Pepper. Georgia collards. These are peppers. Okay. Go there. Radish. Radishes. Mimosa. Dill. Herb. Mimosa. Novelty plant. Maca seeds. Novelty plant. Beans. Cayenne pepper. Shishito pepper. California wonder bell peppers. Wednesday and Saturday. What time? Because Wednesday is when I go. Peas. Peas can go with the beans. Pepper. Collards. Let's get out some of those. Couple of carrots. Alabama black-eyed butter peas. Black-eyed butter peas. Peas. Tomatoes. Radish. Squash. Carrots. Carrot. Pepper. Tomato. Pepper. Squash. Novelty. Loaf of sponges. Onions. Cabbage. Collards. Quinoa. Novelty. Collards. Asparagus. What's it in there? Asparagus. Okay. Novelty. Pepper. Beans. This is a mix. Some huckleberry in there. I'm gonna need a lot of little buckets for stuff. Callaloo. We can go on that list. Cilantro. Those over here with the other herbs. This is a bell pepper. Dill herbs. Cantaloupe. Sweet basil. This is candy squash. If I remember right. That can go there. These are from Vanessa. Cushaw squash. Definitely gotta grow some of those so I can have some cushaw pies next year. I didn't have no cushaw pies this year. What is this? Lemon thyme. So this is a herb. All right, herbs. Cantaloupe. All right. So, keep your fingers crossed. Won't have to buy any seeds. Other than seed potatoes and a couple of onion sets. That's, yeah. Everything else I got the seeds for. And rutabaga. I need to get some rutabaga seeds. Let me write that down. Onion sets. Seed potatoes. Rutabaga. You got any requests this year, Ashley? You got any garden requests? Oh, and Donald Sarkell. Got 2 cherry tomatoes and 1 big tomato. Might have to get I think I'm gonna order those mortgage lifter tomatoes. I wanted to grow those. And a long green cucumber. Well, I don't know what kind of cucumber my dad has and all that stuff yet, so I'll just wait on that. I'll just grow whatever I have as far as cucumbers are concerned. But yeah, only need to order for seeds, and then the other ones we just have to pray that they germinate. All right. So we get all this stuff zipped up so it can go into the refrigerator. That's trash. This thing has holes in it, so that's trash. And that's trash. All right. All right, so these go into the refrigerator. Everything that's ready for the fridge. making me not being able to get my thoughts together. I wrote it down. So yeah, that's that, guys. That's that. So dinosaur kill. I need to wipe off my disc now. All that dust. Seed potatoes, onion sets. Probably some strawberries. Strawberries for the baby and a blueberry bush and a apple tree, maybe a peach tree. Those will be my purchases for this year. Okay, I heard my phone going off. I don't know where my phone is at. I'll find it. I need to wipe that down first. Hold on. Baby wipes. Baby wipes. Dry. It's trash. So, what have I been working on? So, I cranked out some hats. 4 for Ashley from the yard I got from her, and then I finished off 1 for my family gifts and stuff. So, these are 2 of the hats that I did for Ashley that I cranked out on the Central. And it's purple. So that it's reversible. So they can turn it over on this side if they want the lighter purples. And if not, then they can turn it back onto this side with the dark purple. Then there was this green one. Now, this was that Karen cake. And this one kept wanting to drop stitches. And this is what it looks like on the other side for this one. So it can reversible. And so I made 2 hats. I didn't have enough left over, so I just added orange because the orange and purple looks good together. And then there was another one from the brown one, and this is one I made for the last of the yarn I got from AC Moore. This was the last of the one that I used for making stuff for my little sister, and it's got a little pom-pom up there. So that'll probably be going out in North Carolina at some point during the holidays. And then I gotta get Ashley hers. I also finished spinning Laura's yarn. And so I'll show that to you guys. I didn't count up the yardage. And I kept saying this is Border Leicester. It's not Border Leicester. It is Lincoln. And so that's the yarn. It's a 3-ply yarn. And it is find the end. Whatever, you gotta have an end. There we go. So that's 2. So it's a fingering weight yarn. To figure out the yardage, all you have to do is unwrap it, unskein it. So you just unskein it and just count the strands and then multiply it by 2.3, which is 2.3 yards, and that'll give you the yardage. So 1, 2, and I always subtract 2 from it just to give people a little extra to play with. So it's 85 minus 2, 83 times 2.35 equals, so that's 195 yards for this one right here. Some of them are bigger than the other ones. It could be more than 195. That's just a estimate. My knitting knotty might be bigger than some people, so I haven't done the yardage over in a while. So yeah, so that's Laura's. She probably got a yardage counter or something, and when she skeins that up, when she winds that up, she can get the exact yardage, so she'll know how much she has before she starts working on a project. But it's all pretty consistent, as you can see. And so yeah. All right. And so what I'm working on now is some fingerless gloves. one of my knitting friends, Pam, my venison source. This is Traveler Dragonfly Fibers, and it's called Redbud. It's superwash merino. And so I was making fingerless gloves in exchange for some more venison. So this is one that I finished. This is the bottom. You can tell it's the bottom because that's the top. That's the top. The bottom is real stretchy. The top is not so stretchy. So I gotta do some couple of rounds for the thumb, but this is what it looks like without the thumb, doing the thumb yet. So it's real nice. It feels good. And I'm almost finished with the second one. I only have about, it's about half. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8. I have about 9 more rows to go, 9 or 10 more rows to go. And then I'll take and pick up the stitches around here. There's 16 stitches around these thumbs. And I'll pick them up, and then I'll do the thumbs, afterthought thumbs, and they'll be done. And yeah, so that's it for me. I'll probably, don't hold me to it, but I'll try to get some artistic stuff done tomorrow. I'll probably try to do some drawing tomorrow. If I have insomnia like I did this early this morning at like 2:30ish, I'll just get up and come in here and start a video and start drawing or doodling, doing something to try and get my mind to slow down so I can go back to sleep. So that's it. Thank you guys for coming by and hanging out with me, and I'll check with you later.